But if you're feeling it, it's been crazy. So we're going to be talking about what's making it so crazy. Today's a transformation day. We're protecting transformation. It's step 22, and it's the 14th. And the 14th, it's going to be a powerful day, and I'm super excited to see what's happening. You guys hear a little bit of background noise because I'm in the jungle. And we just happen to have a rainstorm happening right now. Give you an idea what that looks like right behind me. Woo! Rainstorm happening. Yes, in the jungle. So you guys feeling it today? And that's weird. If you guys can give me a bunch of lights, and if you can also put in comments about how you've been feeling. Put down, have you guys been feeling like a protective energy? Have you been feeling transformation? By the way, can you hear me okay? That's the first thing. I just want to know if you can actually hear me okay. Oh, what a slow start. Yeah, put down the lights there. We're getting a whole bunch of slow start. It must be the region that we're in. A lot of back pain today. Was that back pain there in Durex? Was that there before? Hey, Debbie Griffiths, how you doing? Can hear you perfectly. You guys hear the rain too? I mean, we got monkeys here and everything. Yeah, the shift sound. I'm sure that's going to go rain away soon. We're getting a tropical rainstorm right now. Been drinking diatomaceous earth, feeling good, yes. Lots of static. I don't think it's static. I think it's just the rain. I'll have to put up with that for a minute. Should go away. Totally exhausted last week. Yeah, I completely feel that. I was totally exhausted too. Rain is loud. And that'll go away. The rain will go away in a bit. Pelvic floor pain. Rain is emotion. Oh, man, yes. Can hear the rain too. It's mastic gum. I have it every day. It just protects. Giving my teeth, my canines on both sides are detoxing, having problems. I think they're actually going to grow out. You guys know that there is a drug out of Japan that regrows teeth, right? They just released it. It's coming to America. It's past clinical trials. That means there's a natural source. Hi, Sony. How you doing? How are you? Hey, Alexandra. Got a pain in the back of my head. Can you recommend a release? Yeah, we'll do that. If you got a pain in the back of the head. Being in a 28-day reset, so blessed to be here. There you go. So I bought the Alkavita filter and was wondering if hydrogen water will induce detox. Yes, Stephanie, it will induce detox. You want to talk about that? Hydrogen is the strongest antioxidant. Whoa, it's going intense here. Can't hear me? I'll talk louder. How's that? Yeah, the back pain is already there, intermittent. Yeah, if pain is intermittent, that means that it's in the fascia for sure. Yes, teeth regrowth. Right, Alexandra? We talked about that. That's mastic gum. Mastic gum is used for digestion, and it's actually sap from a tree in Greece. And you can actually swallow it. It's actually good for digestion. So if you had like H. pylori or anything like that, you can take mastic gum. Yeah, it sounds like white noise, right? Had dental work last week. My bite is off. Suggestions. Okay, Sparkle Butterfly. Hey, Deep Freer's cousin. Pain in left arm. Completed 28 day. Okay, you guys are starting to feel it. Jaw pain right side. Okay, let's do some jaw work right away. Let's start with that. We're gonna do a jaw release. If you have fingernails, better be careful. Okay. You can, if you have fingernails, you can put a piece of tissue or a cloth over here, but just watch over the back. Okay, so we're gonna do first of all the jaw release. We go back here, all the way to the back. Yeah, on the top. Now you're gonna open your jaw as wide as you can. You're gonna hurt. Nice squat. Look up. Keep opening your jaw. Woo! That never gets old. Woo! Yeah, that never gets old. So that one's going to start to release your jaw on the inside. We're going to do a couple more around the jaw right away.
That one's good for headaches too, right?
Good for headaches, good for neck aches, good for pain in the back of the head. We got a whole bunch of them. Okay. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Have implant in the crown and gum sensitivity for a few days. Yeah, so yeah, just follow along. We'll do this. I think a lot of people, everybody's even asking about it today. Jaw release twice today. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. One of the most powerful ones. Okay, this one's not on any videos yet. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna stretch in between here and in between here. This is large intestine, stomach, and then bladder. So what we're gonna do is take your hand like this. We're gonna see you crank it this way. Okay. So I'm gonna crank away to the inside, and then I'm gonna take this, pull it back. Now crank. Front. As many angles as you can get. Oh. Man, you guys are like just telling me what I need to do today. Holy smokes.
That one should be called the thinker.
The thinker, actually, the Greek statues are what got me to do the maneuvers. That and actually a TV series called the OA. Okay. And here, get a good crank. So you get
twisting the other way, right?
Yeah, twisting towards the inside. So grab my whole chin. And then, so I'm gonna pin it back here first. Then I'm gonna twist. Breathe. Yeah, I've had some stuff on my body change today. I had a big wrinkle, like somebody took cellophane and wrinkled right here. My rib cage is releasing. And I looked in the mirror and I'm going, what's that wrinkle about? And all my fascia wrinkled and it literally went like this down here. I think I got rid of it, otherwise I'll show you. Okay, and I haven't shaved either. Forgot my razor. How you guys feeling after that? Okay, so here's the other side of that. So I'm going to grab my hand, left hand on my face. So I've got a good pin here. I'm holding this really tight. Like, okay? Take your other hand, put your thumb in your ear, and then crank it and pull away. Oh, man, I felt that in my traps, my shoulders, my neck. Oh, that one made me high. Ooh, gotta give me a second after that one. Whoa. Yeah, that one opened up inside my trap, opened up inside my arm. Ooh, weird. Oh, that feels weird. Okay, let's see the other side. Okay, so again, I'm grabbing here so I get a good grip down here, and I'm pulling this way. Taking the other thumb, putting the thumb right in the ear, and cranking and turning it. Oh man, I can feel those in my glutes. Woo. Oh, my traps, everything is loosened up. So this should be getting the back of the head you asked, and I had a couple of jaws in there. Okay, now here's another thing too you can do. You can open and close the fascia up here by pinning one nostril like this, and then pushing the thumb on the other one, and then blowing. So blowing like you're clearing your ears.
Are you blowing through your nose or are you actually breathing?
Yeah, I'm blowing through my nose. I'm pushing out. Okay, so I'm pushing out. It creates pressure. And as I move around, and then you can suck in. It'll also open up and put pressure around your diaphragm too. Oh, okay, the right side feels really good. Okay, let's do the other side. Gonna pin the other side. And I'm gonna blow first. Oh. I'm literally gonna pass out. Okay, and then we're gonna suck. And when you suck in, it'll like take the fascia right after blowing. So, pinning this side. Whew. What that does is it causes expansion and contraction inside the layers of fascia and around your ears, your nose, your throat, your sinuses. Whoa, that opens something up. I can feel that. Okay. Yeah, stuff's moving in my face right now, so I'm just like stretching some fascia here.
Look at the steam rising off the trees.
Yeah, steam rising off the trees. You guys don't see this? Look at that. That's jungle. Okay. How you guys doing there? Okay, so we've got a lot of this open. We got the jaw open. Okay, now let's get from the bottom side open. You'll notice that I've got a little bit of fascia coming down here like this. That part there, that's actually tied into right here. And you can see it in this light a lot easier. And that's the lung, that's lung coming across there, opening up. And it's also got a little bit of kidney in there. So in here, this has been stuck right on the clavicle, which I've been working through. And you'll see sometimes it changes. You'll see this come over this way and then shift back because my body's in change. Like this bag here is shifting. So I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to pin the fascia, pulling it down right on the clavicle. So if I go like that, stretch it. Take the right hand. I'm going to push up, but I'm going to push up and over my chin. So stretching it. Squatting and moving around.
This one's in the upper reset, right?
It's kind of like the vagus nerve, but the vagus nerve releases more on the trap area. So it's kind of like this one, the neck release, vocal cord release, but it's slightly different.
Slightly different. Okay.
Yeah. So again, there is no fascial maneuvers are a suggestion or an idea of how to move your body. There's no exact right way to do it. It's whatever works for you. And you have to feel into what's tight. So I'm going to go right here. Like I'm feeling where it's tight. Right there. So right there, I feel it's tight right there. That's the tightest spot. So I'm going to stretch up in there. And for me, right, a lot of you will see this is right around the clavicle area, the connection. There's a lot of tightness in there. Now I'm going to do the thyroid or the vocal cord release. If you're a singer or you like to sing, or like me, you couldn't sing, but now you can sing. This is how I did it. I can actually hold the note now, hold the tone. So I'm going to pull this one down, and it's slightly tighter on this side than it is on this side. And that's the imbalances that are working themselves out. But they're almost gone. And then the other one's like choking yourself, but you're going to pull up. Pulling apart. And I'm getting a lot of mucus now because large intestine comes up through here. And there's a lot of mucus in these layers of fascia around here. Your sinuses are trying to detox. That's why if you put like a garlic, put a garlic in your nose right there, close, and hold it like that. Leave it there for 5 or 10 minutes. You pull it out, you'll have all this mucus running out. It's because the garlic is a vasodilator. What it does is it opens up the layers of fascia down into here and all through here, so it starts pulling. Every orifice you have, your nose, your mouth, your eyes, your ears, your anus, for biological women, in the vagina, those are all mucous membranes, okay? I had to think about how to say that for a second. Those are all mucous membranes. So layers of fascia have mucus. And you think about this. I ask this to clinicians all the time. So you have a closed sinus cavity. So how does mucus get in there? What's the mechanism that lets mucus get in there? Like, because I'll have no mucus. I'll eat something hot, and all of a sudden I'm full of mucus coming out. So we all know it happened. So how does it happen? That's my favorite thing is how. Why did the body do that? How did it do that? Well, those membranes, that's what they are. They're membranes. It's not a closed tube like your intestines aren't closed. They are a membrane, which means that stuff is coming out of there into the rest of the body. That means if it goes one way, it goes the other way. So if you have a bacteria or if you have waste in your colon for too long, that waste is leaking out toxically to the rest of the body. Well, that means the same thing is you bring it in. So your lips is a membrane. Same thing with the anus. So that means that you touch something on your lips, it's automatically projecting into these layers of fascia, through the skin, into the layers of fascia. This is skin protecting, but this is connected right to fascia. That's why it's so sensitive when we touch it. Well, when you have something, when you have a vasodilation or something, especially heat or hot, all that fascial fluid is going to start, all that mucus, which is the layers of fascia, is going to run to there. And all those layers of fascia are connected into your organs. So your organs, they don't just, your liver just doesn't detox itself. Part of the detox comes into the lungs and out to the breath, where 70% of our detox of water comes. We lose 70% of our water through breath. The rest of it's urination, defecation, and sweating. But 70%. We do that all day long. So we lose most of our water, or we process most of it through breath. This is why breath work is so powerful. And in 6 minutes, we're going to be doing breath work. So the more you breathe, the deeper you breathe, the more area your oxygen that your lungs have, the more capacity that they use, the more you detox, but also the more oxygen you breathe in. But all of these things are pushing into, like, your body processing right into the lungs, is processing all the layers of fascia and the toxin. And if you watch a video on YouTube called Unwinding the Heart, it's a cardiologist who dissects the heart, and then he unravels it and shows you that the heart's not a pump, it's actually a vortex. And you can see as he unravels it and rolls it out into a flat piece that is basically layers of fascia that come together like this and form an organ. And this is all stuff that does not agree with the classical version of how the body works. But it doesn't mean it's not true, because now the evidence coming out. And there's so many things in the human health that we would look at and say, well, that's just how the body works. That is the worst thing that you can say to me. That's just how the body works. It's not how the body works. There's a reason why everything happens in the body. This is a fluid adaptive biological computing system in which we have not, in all of our technology, not been able to reproduce this. This heals itself. We don't have anything we've ever made that is completely self-healing. So we can't even pretend that we know how this works. Remember, there's 2.2 million proteins. Proteins run everything in the body. We only know what 50,000 of them are, and we've only studied really 5,000 of them. So how can we say that we actually understand scientifically the human body? We just don't.
So
No.
Garry, you were talking about restriction in your breathing. Is it true that if you have restriction in your breathing and you work on the front, you have to work on the back too? Or
Yes.
vice versa?
Yeah, because one of the ways is to open up your breathing. And before Ryan gets on here, we'll do this with the liver and the diaphragm. So if you have any expansion issues around here, you have a reduction in breathing. What causes, if you put a band around your arm and leave it tight, you'll actually have your muscles and your fascia form in that banded shape. That's like binding feet, etc. So what happens when women wear bras? You're constricting part of the fascial movement. Where's that nose?
I don't know. It's coming from.
We have some wild music in the jungle or something.
I'm working on it.
So we're constricting part of the expansion of the lungs. Like if you hold yourself here and breathe, you feel that? So you feel a restriction in your lungs, even just holding it, or elastic band. And this is what kinesio tape does. So you guys are familiar with kinesio tape. So if you tape, it changes the movement of the fascia, shaping the movement. The movement of the diaphragm moves like this. The diaphragm is actually what's the diaphragm? It's shaped like this, curved shape. And when you breathe out, the diaphragm goes down. And what it does is it massages all the organs. So if you only breathe with your chest and neck, and when you restrict this, you start to breathe with your chest, neck, and shoulders, which is the top 25% of the lungs. That causes your body, when you breathe with your neck, chest, and shoulder, you actually fire adrenaline, norepinephrine, and cortisol because your body thinks there's a problem. Super powerful, guys. It's to open up this. So let's do this right now. Take your left hand, put it on your xiphoid process, the bone there, pin the bone. Then take your right hand, grab underneath your rib cage, and pull the skin downward. So you see I can get right underneath there and stretch it. So I'm pulling it towards the outside here. Move around and breathe. Breathe. Okay. Awesome. Ooh. Man, that gave me a lightheaded right there. Okay, so I'm going to take my right hand, pin the fascia right underneath. So I'm going, there's the bone, there's my rib cage. So I'm just pinning it right up in there so it can't move. Then I'm pulling the fascia like this and moving. Okay. Now you do that, take a breath. Now it's opening up. And so what happens is the lungs are like little bags attached to the diaphragm. And when the diaphragm contracts down, it goes, the lungs go pull open and then close like this. And when you pull air into the lower part of your lungs, that's when you get all of the oxygen. That's the oxygen that you want for healing. Somebody said I can breathe better. Yes, that's right. Okay, we got Gravity Collective. Let's go. We're ready to breathe. Right behind the left knee. Hey, Ryan.
What's up?
We're in Costa Rica.
How are you? Oh, sick. I'm going to be out there soon.
Yeah, you're moving here, right?
I am, yeah. We're taking over a retreat center in near Dominical.
How big of a retreat center?
It will house 25, so it's smaller, but it's 25 plus including the staff pretty much, depending on how many, but yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
You have to build a 28-day reset program around there and have people coming out for breathwork and reset.
100%. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that stuff next year.
Yes, look at this. So here we go.
Oh, nice. Dude, what area are you in?
Montezuma.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's beautiful. It's such a beautiful country. It's just is that you can lay out on those little nets there?
Yeah, you can lay on those nets.
That's cool. Cool.
We got monkeys here.
Yeah, the howlers.
Yeah, the howlers. They woke up this morning. I'm like, whose dogs? They're like, those aren't dogs. And then
Yeah.
just as we're going live here, they started howling, and I'm like, man, that sounds ominous. It
Yeah.
sounds like dangerous.
Yeah, I know they're crazy. They're crazy sounding. Like like those
Yeah.
things. Yeah, yeah. It's scary in the mornings.
So when do you move out here?
I move out in February, so we our first retreat's April 5th, but we move out like a month before to kind of prepare and to get a lay of the property and how that they currently operate retreats and stuff. So
Yeah, honestly, we'll talk about it. But if you're wanting to run 28-day reset content material,
yeah,
stuff like that, you have an endless supply of people coming out for that.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. So we'll have to talk to you about it. But 100% we'll do that.
So what are we doing today?
So today, um, I love this. This was kind of a practice that actually got me into like really hooked me into breath work.
Yeah.
And this is like I did this in a freediving certification. We did we started the certification and the instructor was like, all right, everybody, I want you to do your max breath holds. So we're like, all right, and I did my breath hold and I came out 38 seconds in. I'm like, like just dying, 38-second breath hold. And he's like, all right, we're gonna hold our breath for 3 minutes today, or try to at least. And I was like, no chance. And it is in the water, so you are in a different state than you are like dry. I usually do this practice in the water, and it's magical. Don't ever do this alone in the water. Make sure you have support if you ever do any kind of breath work in the water. But and I immediately did this breath practice, and we went into I did a 3 minute breath hold, and it was my first time ever. And it's a really cool practice. It's really simple. And it takes a little bit of time, but we start with like a minute breath hold, and we work our way up
So
each
sitting,
time.
laying,
Uh,
standing.
let's do it. I would do it lying or seated, whatever's
Okay,
comfortable.
I could do it lying. I even got a yoga mat here.
That's a cool space you got there too, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. This place is for you guys who are looking. It's Abs Resort. It's all organic. We've been helping them get this place ready for doing 28-day resets as
dude,
well. And we got about 60 people coming. So, and that with yeah.
that's great. What's the date of the beginning?
Uh,
Yeah, that's right. Right. Yeah, Lisa sent it to me. I couldn't make it down there, unfortunately, but I would have loved to.
well, if you guys do, if you jump on a plane and come down into space.
Yeah, I would love to.
Get here, Ryan.
Yeah, that's got to get there. Where? Yeah, what airport do you fly in for there? Is it Liberia or San
Santa
Jose?
Fe, and then we take a puddle jumper for 30 minutes.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's fun. It's a fun little trip, little journey out there.
Yeah, we
Cool.
did it. We did it during U.S. Thanksgiving to see who was serious.
Yeah, I know that's true. It goes over Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah,
Next week.
yeah. I mean, it's like we did it at the time, the best time, because that's actually the final degrees of Scorpio, which means that people are drawing boundaries and lines in their lives, and they're drawing lines with how they show up in the world. They're drawing boundaries and how they show up in the world. So we thought, what a better way to do it than do it there? Do it
Yeah,
here.
for sure. All right. Cool. So let's get comfortable, wherever you want to do, seated or not. The breath pattern is simple, and I'm going to count it out for you guys. But it's going to be an 8-second inhale and a 10-second exhale for just the normal breathing. And then we'll go into a little circular breathing, which will build up a little bit of speed, and then we'll hold. Okay, and I'll guide you through all of it.
Lay on my back or my.
I would either lay on your like your wherever you can get good access to the diaphragm, which is usually your back,
Yeah.
or in like a size up position, kneeling. It's whatever you want to do, but there's a bit of hyperventilation, so you could get dizzy. It's best to just lie down and do it, and just be comfortable. Okay. Let me get my timers here. So we're gonna build up. We're gonna do rounds of this. Our first breath hold is a minute. And notice when you do this, if if you take when you do your breath hold, if the first round is like, oh, it was impossible or hard, keep going with it. We're going to increase the breath hold. I want you to notice the difference as you go through each round. Okay. Boom. All right. So first round, we're going to begin right now, and we're just all take a deep breath in. You can do mouth and nose breathing. I don't really care for this one. Okay. So deep breath in, and we're beginning for an exhale of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. In 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. In. You're trying to fill to those peak volumes on both sides of this breath. Out, fully all the way out. This is our last exhale, and then we're going to come back in with a forceful inhale. 3, 2, 1. In, big breath in for 3, 2, 1. Force it out. Then in 3, 2, 1. Force it out. In 3, 2, 1. Force it out. In 3, 2, 1. Force it out. Big breath in all the way up. Hold and get comfortable right here. Now, when you first do this breath, it might feel like a stretch. It might feel a little uncomfortable. Try to ride it. Just stay here. Stay with it. Relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. Maybe feeling some tingles or whatever else is going on in the body. Be aware of it, but know that it's going to dissipate and you go into a relaxed state. We're just doing a minute hold here. Again, if you can't hold, if you can't make it, then just go back to breathing, and the next round, try your best again. We got 30 seconds left. Just try to sink into it. You could be like Gary and start doing some maneuvers, whatever you want to do. Movement will make it a little more difficult. So if this is really easy for you, then you could probably add that in. 15 seconds. 10. And breathe. Exhale fully. Back into it. In and out. 10, 9. If you can't keep up with this yet, just get back to your normal breathing and then come back in when you can. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out. In, out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 2, 1. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 30 seconds till we switch. Out. In. Big and full all the way up. Gonna meet that peak volume. Out. All the way down, all the way out. Pushing it all the way. 4, 3, 2, 1. In. Just like that. Big volume. Feeling those lungs get bigger each time and compress smaller each time. And now fully exhale your breath all the way out. You're in. Where are we at? Sorry. Now we're going to go all the way up, full breath in all the way. Just try to breathe as much as you can. And now we're beginning our next round. In, out. So the forceful out, in, forceful out, in, forceful out, in, forceful out. There you go. In, forceful out. All the way up. Fill all the way out. Release that. Release. Out. Keep it up. Out. In, forceful out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in all the way to the top. Might get a little lightheaded, that's okay. And hold right here. Sink into this one. And just relax. We're only going up by a little bit on this round. And the next round we'll jump up. Try to see how deeply you can relax into this position. Right now, you shouldn't feel much air hunger. If you do that, that's all right. 30 seconds in, we have a minute left. Go to your maximum. When you feel that strong air hunger, you can come back to breathing. But try to make it. We're halfway through this one. It starts getting difficult. Bring your attention outside the body. There's a fun trick we did in freediving where you go to these max breath holds, you distract yourself by going through the ABCs, and each letter represents a different name of a person you know. You visualize that person. A, I know an Adam, there's his face. B, I know a Beth, there's her face. And try and going through as long as you can to distract. On the next breath, I'll give you another method for going. 10 seconds left. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2. Breathe back to it. Release it all. Exhaling, relaxing, falling deeper into this one. Coming back to normal breathing for the moment now before we go into our next and last round here. Breathing normal, slowly getting this breath back to normal. Full breaths. All right. Now, we're going to begin this next one with the same pattern. It's in for 8, out for 10. So deep breath in to start. We're starting with an exhale. So breath in and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out. 4, 3, 2, in. And out. Drawing in the belly as you exhale, drawing up and in. As you inhale, we're breathing deep and expansive. Breathe deep into your pelvic floor, into your lower back. Try to press that breath into the back. You're inhaling as deep as possible. Continue this breath pattern. We're almost there. Halfway on this round. We're doing a 2-minute breathe on this first part. Fully expanding the breath. As you inhale, you should feel expansive and wide and breathing again. Feeling your back expand into the ground. And as you exhale, I want you to draw the belly button in, draw the diaphragm. So as you're exhaling, pushing. Exhales when you release the diaphragm. The diaphragm is now non-contracted, is released. You can breathe deeper into it. 30 seconds left. Keep it.
Am I holding it?
No, keep breathing. Same breath pattern. Long breath. We're almost there. We're doing a long breathe up on here. I just want you to really focus on the movement of the breath, finding the each end of that full breath. And now we're going to begin into our next pattern where it's 4 in. Breathe deep in. 4, 3, 2, 1 in. Forceful out. 3, 2, 1 in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Force it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Force it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Force it out. Big breath all the way up. Deep exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Big breaths. Each time exhale. Forceful. Bringing in more air. Almost there. 20 more seconds of this to our last hold. Out. 4, 3, 2, out. Big breaths, bigger ones. Out. If you get a little dizzy, that's okay. You're safe if you're lying down. Big breaths. And one more big breath in. Hold right here. Relax into this. Now, there might be a little bit of dizziness going on. This will subside. Just allow it to roll through. Stay with what you got. I want you to feel the difference. Try to compare where you were in the beginning of this to where your body is feeling now, where the air hunger is feeling now, where your mind is, where your emotions are, and what physical sensations are running through the body. So what is happening? And just allow yourself to sink into the ground, sink into the mat, and don't constrict yourself in any way. So if you need to itch yourself or you need to stretch, go ahead and do it. But the less movement you make, the less CO2 is off gassed, and the easier this can be. Ear ringing is normal because during that kind of breathing, we're constricting blood vessels. That'll go away as well. We're a minute in. Just stay with this. And now I'm going to give you that other trick. We call it happy place or source. This is where you go back to source. Where do you feel the safest? It can be a physical location. It can be somewhere that you feel just welcomed. It could be with family or a person. It could be in the woods and nature by yourself. Find that source if it's a location, or it could be within your body. What area of your body do you feel source? You know, it could be in the fetal position. It could be in your heart. It could be in your chest. And you can even put your hands there. And I want you to be there right now. And imagine yourself completely safe, enveloped in that warmth and that weightlessness. Allow yourself that comfort. And as that air hunger comes and goes, you fight it back with your mind. When that air hunger first hits, remind yourself that you're safe, that you have plenty of oxygen in your body now to utilize as CO2 rises. That sign to breathe is more likely in your mind. It's not a true need to breathe. Calm the body, relax the body deeper. Fall into your mat deeper. Allow yourself to relax deeper. Stay with this. We're almost there. Imagine that source, that location, that place that you can be completely safe, supported. We have 10 seconds left. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe if you haven't already. Full breath. Come back to regular breathing. You can stay in that source. And this
Getting a lot.
What'd you say?
When I first first started doing this with you, I struggled at that 2 minute, and like I was thinking 3 would have been a piece of cake.
Yeah. How did you feel today with it?
Well, as I was thinking, three would have been easy.
Oh yeah, you thought it was okay.
Yeah,
You
like,
struggled at the 2 minute mark. Mm. Yeah. So a lot of people are saying like that the movement will, when you are at the absolute max of your breath hold, any movement is going to make that more difficult, because movement means that we are um, we're moving, and we're CO2 has now been released as a byproduct of energy, of combustion, and now that makes it harder for us to hold our breath. So that makes total sense. Numbness and tingly, that's normal as well. Beautiful.
I feel
30 seconds.
really zen.
Really zen, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Swallow is a normal one as well. Swallowing is a contraction, we'll call that. Yawning is a state change. That's normal as well.
I feel like I could go to sleep, and I feel like I could get up and go for a run at the same time.
Yeah, that's the best feeling. That's like true recovery, right? It's just like you feel like you had full sleep, but you also feel like, yeah, I'm totally alert and at it. Yeah, sleep definitely. This one is like I'll do similar to this pre-bed and just be like, yeah, we out. Everybody's saying the same thing.
I've been looking everywhere to find alerts. I can't,
Alerts.
because if I want to be alert, I gotta find one to see what it looks like and then duplicate it.
Oh yeah, I can help you with that. Yeah, we still have to talk about that. We kind of let that let that slide. We should talk about that. We need to get on the phone sometime and chat again. Uh, um, but yeah, so I want to ask everybody else too. Like, anybody surprise themselves either direction? Like they did better or worse than they thought they were gonna do?
Whew, that was it.
Feeling all right? Feeling good? Feeling
Yeah,
alive?
great.
Okay.
Whew. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I have lots of when I'm really oxygenated. People don't realize this, but oxygen is a lubricant for the muscles and the fascia and the bone. So when we're really oxygenated, we move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It's. Um, I I feel like that's a pretty common one here. Like what I'm seeing. Um, Everybody did better than expected. Beautiful. Yeah. First,
Yeah, it feels really, really, really good.
get some animal flow going.
Yeah, animal flow is great.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's fun. Playing on the
Ooh, I
ground is so
gotta,
much fun.
yeah, and it's having this nice wood floor here too is really nice. Like I actually shouldn't have used the mat. I prefer the wood.
Yeah, I love that space. That space is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Hey, you realize that you ran the first coached 28-day reset, and you're gonna run the first retreat-based independent 28-day reset.
That's awesome. Yeah, we haven't done that yet, huh? Like I haven't done an independent one. No.
No, actually, we did one at Mayakan, but we had people come in only for 7 days because 28, that's really good. Like if somebody's in their 28-day reset to come for like the last 7 days or to come for, like the first or something like that, or 10 days or 2 weeks, 28 days in a change environment. I mean, you're going to get a lot of detox. I mean,
Yeah.
but then there's some people that are going to want to do
Yeah.
it. So I'm excited
it's-
about you doing that, and I'm excited about you running the program because it'll be the first actual reset by somebody who's in our programs, who's trained through it, who has their own modality, which is your breath work, mindset coaching, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And adding that to a full 28-day reset, I can just imagine, having every day having a group
Yeah.
talking about it.
No, I mean that's we're looking at starting that in next May. Starting those. We'll it's an individualized retreat, but it'll be like they can do 28-day reset where they come out and they have us as support as we go through the 28-day reset, but also breath work, all the food that we provide, is that all the whole program is built around that. So it's if whoever is interested in that, we'll be starting that.
Yeah, we'll be able to put that up because I mean that's the future. It's that people who have resorts like these guys here. I mean, resort business is about to go like this because of the financial pressure on people, and then when people do spend money on it, they're going to want to spend money on something that provides some sort of transformation
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, people want to invest in themselves. They like and invest in themselves in terms of their health because you got to take control of yourself. Because we've been trusting other people to do it for too long, and it's not getting us where we need to be.
Hold on a second, Alexandra. You guys have one in Chile? Isn't it there a resort in Chile?
Do we?
No,
Or do you?
Alexandra, she's here in the comments here.
Oh,
I think they have a resort in Chile that we want to go check out. So, because that would, again, I see, honestly, what I see is I see resorts because of the nature of the resort business. There's going to be a whole bunch of inventory that, that is, yeah, they have a hotel there. we got a, we've got a whole bunch of resorts and properties around the world that that are going to be vacant because people are only going to go if they have some sort of program. And what the 28-day reset and the lifestyle artist program, it's software. So you have a hardware, which is a resort, and you put the software on that resort, which is the program that people run. And it's a cohesive program. The reason why it works so well is because now you got everybody on the same program. Everybody's consuming the same food, the same content. They're talking together, working together. I think that's going to be really powerful. First of all, you just by doing that, you'll be full 24/7, booked up constantly for at least a year. You could actually probably book it out a year without even
yeah.
having it.
No, we're so excited to finally be able to have our place for just our combined practices and that kind of thing. Like just be able to have it for people to come out and actually the immersion aspect of it is so powerful because doing it at home is great, but there's the distractions, and when you can give someone all of I say like retreat to ourselves. That's what like retreat is coming back to ourselves. When you can immerse yourself in nature and the environment with others in a community that are doing the similar things, and then take that home, it's so much more powerful.
You mean
So
like
that's what.
really treating myself?
Yes, exactly. Treat
Okay, so hold
yourself.
on. You're doing a May. Isn't your birthday like 28th or something like that?
26th, yeah. So, well, we are our first retreat's April 5th, and that's a 5-day actual retreat. So that's a group retreat,
Yeah.
and we're probably pretty close to. We have some spots left in that, but that one's going to be pretty incredible. It's our core like origins retreat that we do,
Yeah.
and if anybody wants to join, links in the bio. We got a few spots left. If you want to do your own style retreat, like the 28-day reset and that kind of stuff, that'll be in starting in May. We'll be doing those individual ones.
So, what I've been noticing, okay, because I've participated in breath work for years, but not the greatest, honestly. Like for me, if I do it with you or do it with somebody else who's guiding it, I'll do really good. Myself, I tend to give up, or I haven't made it a habit. That's what it is. But what I've noticed is that this last round of releases in my body, like I said, my breath rate, the last time we tested there, was like under 3 breaths a minute. And just normal sitting, my breath rate has gone way down. My oxygen has gone way up. But my recovery from things like I can sleep for 2 to 3 hours and I have a massive recovery. Whereas I used to need like 5 or 6 or 7 hours sleep. And so I noticed that my recovery rate's gone up. And the thing that's been constant, because I've been doing breath work in and out on a regular basis, but is the fascial maneuvers. And the way I perceive it is that we have all these layers of fascia, and some of them are stuck where it means oxygen doesn't get to that layer properly. It goes above and below it. Think about fascia like a phyllo pastry, and and in between it's all the healthy good stuff, the collagen, the oxygen, the rich. And if you take that pastry and you put it together, you get a pie crust, and that's above and below. And that's where most people's fascia is like today. It's like a pie crust. Like there's not a lot of movement in there. In ours, and mine's crazier since I saw you. So I see that as my fascia is opening up, I have infinitely more capacity to hold oxygen in my tissue, which means my diaphragm doesn't want to breathe as much. I notice that when I'm underwater because I
That's
can naturally go underwater a lot longer.
yeah. I mean, that's yeah, and that's effective of CO2. You know, it's like we've been talking about, like breathing less is the ideal. Breathing less, breathing, um, you know, not breathing more and getting rid of more CO2, which we think is more comfortable. But like a breath rate of 3 is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, that's yeah. So um, I just got a device that I'm still kind of I'm playing with, so I'm not gonna really share too much about it, but it's pretty cool because it's the only device I've ever had that you can wear, and it gives you live feedback on your breath rate, it gives you live feedback on your HRV, live feedback on your heart. I mean, heart rate's normal, but HRV and breath rate, where you can truly get a live feedback, or you're not observing it, is pretty cool. So once I get done reviewing it, I'm gonna share a little bit more about it.
Yeah. I think it's knowing your body and knowing it, the good part about measurement is that you can indicate change, not use it for a scoring mechanism to say how healthy I am, but
Hmm.
to measure change.
Hmm.
Because I don't like scoring mechanisms because there's too many factors that go into it. Like what I found in clinic was the people that were the happiest were the healthiest, irrespective of what they ate or what they did. And so if I scored them on what they did daily and how they lived their life, I would have been wrong because the guys who live their life the way that we say it quite often were the most unhealthy, but they're
Hmm.
also the angriest, the saddest, the most
Yeah.
fearful.
Hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Oh, Ruby Jean says, I just realized that it's a Gemini and you work with
Yeah,
air.
that's cool. Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. Oh, someone asked if I was going to continue doing this when we're in Costa Rica, the Tuesdays, the CO Tuesdays. And yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah,
plan on doing this till the end of time.
end of time. Yeah. Until we'll be like 150 looking young.
Yeah, exactly. Still doing it.
We're
Still living at
doing
150.
it with holographic projection in your mind.
Yeah, we'll upload our consciousness to Instagram. That'd be terrible, actually.
I
But
noticed. I don't know if it's the time or whatever, but our numbers dropped when we got here. I think that's our reach gets limited when we're here. Yeah,
yeah, it is. Usually we're sitting at like 250 or so.
yeah. And but I can't ascertain whether it's that or whether it's Scorpio because Scorpio for the next 2 months is taking people out.
Mm.
Like I've never seen a wave of people with dysfunction, illness, surgeries, broken bones, diagnoses. It's like every single person. They're not asking how do I do a maneuver. They're saying where 80% of it's how do I do this better? How do I do this
Hmm.
better? I got this diagnosis. I just had this, or I got this cancer. Someone just died. It's like all over the place.
Yeah,
Freaky.
that is freaky. I wish I knew more about that because that's an interesting way to
Are you
perceive
on
it.
are you on Serious Joy?
I,
Did you get on there?
yeah, I no,
Uh,
wait, no.
yeah, on our app. Get on our app. Send me your thing. I'll get you on the employee thing.
Okay.
But they have a 40 days of truth and purpose, and they have a cipher in there. And if you take that cipher and you put it on any aspect of one of those numbers of astrology, it literally turns people who barely even knew that what their sun, moon, and rising is. They're talking to me in astrological language. Oh,
Mm.
it's because of my Chiron is intersecting with my whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whoa, where did you get that from?
Mm.
Yeah, see, some people are saying it right in the chat there. They've just had people.
Yeah.
Debbie Griffiths there. She's been going through a shit storm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people are saying.
and it's gonna continue for 2 more months of personal issues, and then after that, it's going to be oh, huh. I don't know what happened.
Sorry.
That was weird.
Yeah, no, I clicked on. I was trying to scroll up on the comments, and I just clicked out of the thing. So.
So it's going to be two more months of personal issues where people are drawing they're drawing lines with their boundaries and their personal boundaries right now. We're now drawing boundaries with the world, how we perceive and show up in the world. But when we click into Sagittarius in 7 more days, it's going to be extreme. It's going to be like extreme, and also what I mean by that is people are going to be feeling it. They're going to be feeling the extremities of everything that they've done, the new boundaries that they set, the old ones are letting go of, and then they're going to be getting reaction. But then, and then after those 2 months, next 2 months, it goes into like local community. People, because of what's happened with their personal health, is going to affect their jobs, their relationships, and stuff like that. And then for 3 months, it's going to be personal. It's going to be the extended community, family, friends, work, stuff like that. And then as we go into April, May, it's going to be 3 months of world. And that energy around that 3 months is the same energy. It's the same Pluto energy that happened during the Civil Revolution, World War I, and World War II. So it's all three, and we've never had this happen before. So all three energies happen at once. And I don't perceive or believe that there's going to be a World War III as such. World War III is already happening. It's a war of perception. It's people fighting each other internally, because we don't need a world where we kill each other on the battlefield, because we're actually doing it in our own communities right now. That's really where the war is.
Hmm.
What are you noticing?
From about what you're saying right now with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like when you talk about it, it's interesting to apply that to what we're going through, and kind of uh, it's something I kind of want to dive into a little bit more and to understand a little bit more, because it's honestly, when we talked about it last time, when I was in Mexico with you, I wanted to get into it more, and it's so overwhelming. Like it's so much information that I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
Man.
that's why do the Serious Joy app.
Yeah.
Go to our website, partners, products, and then sign up for it there. And then just send me your email, they signed up with, etc. And then I'll put you on the employee one.
Okay.
And what you could do is a 40 days of truth and purpose is happening right now. It's already into it, but what it does is it takes you through all 40 days, and it's setting boundaries. And when you learn your boundaries from an astrological point of view, you understand astrology. Because I understand me, I understand what my boundaries are in relation to the world, so I automatically understand it.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll definitely do that when I'm done here. Pop on there.
Somebody said the title says Fashion Maneuvers with Denise still.
Denise.
Does it say that?
I'll see. Yep.
Yeah. Wasn't that when we went live? That's probably what the issue is right now. Okay.
That makes sense.
That could be the issue. That could
makes sense.
be the issue.
It's still showing all the events from yesterday too. That are from yesterday, like coming up.
Instagram's issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's probably what it is. May have to take them down then, put them on.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, somebody says gravity. Yes, but it does say Denise, but we figured it out instead of Ask Garry.
Yeah, we changed it.
What does it say?
Mine says Denise Faith.
Oh. That's what's
she's right before
that's what's happening.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be moving that time anyways. So by the way, so we had Raw Birth hosting yesterday while we were traveling.
Oh yeah. How'd that go?
It went really good. It went,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, it had to have been, because yesterday he had a good audience. Yeah, so yeah, no, it was really, really good. He was, he's such an interesting dude, because he's a Libra, and he's a studier, and he has all this research about science around the body and consciousness and stuff like that, more than I do. Like when I want to know something, I go, "Hey, Rock, have you heard of this? Can you school me on this pretty quickly?" I can basically ask for any topic, and then he can give me all the background, all the way back to the beginning of time, usually. And so it was really, really great. Yeah, it was. It's interesting because, as we go further, showing up 5 days a week, that's not going to happen in 2 years, a year.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is we're building a channel right now, and we're putting more and more content. Jason's showing up. Then we have other things that we do. All the stuff that we do behind the scenes, we're bringing into the public channel. And then as soon as we're ready from a technical point of view, we're going to be broadcasting, streaming on all platforms, including Instagram.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He's an interesting guy. I watched some of his stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know if you caught, we did Elevate, Cultivate, Elevate. Mm-hmm. So he's cool. He's really cool. We've potentially, I've got a guy who's a paraplegic who got movement out of his leg. And this is my whole theory on fascia. I worked with a quadriplegic and I got his hand to move back in 2011. Mm-hmm. And since then, I've been trying to explain how that happened. And the only way is fascia. Mm-hmm. Like if you cut off a limb. So if you cut off a limb, now we can put a prosthetic in and we can move the prosthetic with consciousness. That mm-hmm. means that there's no signal there. There's no signals. That means it's the entropic field, which we believe is what influences movement. Mm-hmm. And so this is what this kid is doing. He's got his leg to move without a nerve signal. Mm-hmm. So this is where I believe this is where it all goes. I believe that the musculoskeletal system limits our movement, not makes us move better. And that's why I've been, I don't know, the best way I can say is stronger. That breath rate going down. Yeah. When I carried one-footed sprinter up a grade like this, I carried him up a hill, wasn't even winded. And now I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is interesting. So, which I have theories on why this happens too. But this is not even remotely uncommon during. So on retreat, we do these breathing circles where we're lying down, and I'll have the circle connect and disconnect like by holding hands. And the amount of times that during those circles where they're connected, that someone down the line will feel another person's like shoulder pain or fire, or sometimes the whole group will feel the exact same thing at the exact same time. And I do believe in those like connected energy fields. Like you can physically feel the same thing, and this is like people telling the same story.
Well, that's how I know how to work on people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean. I look as a confirmation mechanism, but I don't have to look. I can tell everything that's out in your body right now. Mm-hmm. I can tell there's a little tension in your right jaw, right shoulder, all the way down to your right outside of your foot.
Yeah, and that's like people that can get out of the conscious a little bit, which is like why that kind of breath work is so powerful, because we get into our subconscious more. When a group of people are able to finally do that, which is like those states, altered state or deeper state. Then we can connect a little bit more into our energetics.
I think that's going to happen. I think when you host the retreat, 28-day reset, breath work, mindset, consciousness, I think when you do that, because what we know about the programming of the fluid adaptive, biological fluid adaptive computing system is that's why we do this. When we do the exact same movement and breathe together, it syncs the hardware. It's like modem syncing. For those who are old enough to remember what a modem is. That's a modem syncing. Mm-hmm. And that's why we do it. And in 6 breaths, people calm down right away because they're doing the exact same movement. But if one is doing this and I'm doing this, then that person sits out of sync. And you can actually tell if you watch them in a conversation. Mm-hmm. You can tell everybody will be on the same wavelength, finishing everybody's conversations. One's always outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's there's just something strong about the group presence in all of that, and whether it's a 28-day reset, of fascia maneuvers, or breath work, or I'm just interested to see, because we haven't really seen a combo of breath and fascia maneuvers in that setting, in a large setting. So I'm just really interested in seeing what happens, and I think it's going to be pretty wild and powerful.
I mean, we've done team resets enough, where we have our whole team doing a reset. And you can see it when people are remote, because we have remote, like when you're doing that 28-day coach, they tend to go through these cycles together. Yeah. So when we're together on property and we're going through it, it's undeniable that everybody has the same peak at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, it does. Like, well, I mean, retreats, I see it all the time, but like when we just did the fascial maneuvers and breath in a remote Zoom setting, the amount of connectivity we had between the groups and like what the things that they were having going on in their lives, it's just evidence. That's all it is, that it's effective and works.
So, so anyways, go get the Serious Joy thing. Sign up for that. Send me your email.
Yeah.
It'll charge you card $4 the first month, and then that'll put you on the employee thing. And then when you get in there, go into the main lobby and go into 40 Days of Truth and Purpose. And then you can do the current day, and then do day 1, day 0, and then current day, and then day 1, current day, day 2. And what you'll do is it'll teach you about all the planets. It'll teach you how to read it, because it'll say like Gemini, I think. So I think, and then it'll talk about, your degree. Let's say your degree is 4, I belong, and it'll be feeling 2 in Cancer. I think I belong, feeling. And then then those statements are what define how you relate to the world. It's the fastest way to learn astrology. Like, it's funny because I've spent the last couple of years reading it to learn it. Now I've been following the cipher, and there's actually a cipher that you can go. And don't we have a group that's doing it, that put together on the
40 days.
40 days?
Yep, it's on Telegram.
On art? Oh yeah, and then message us, and I'll put you. There's a 40 Days of Truth and Purpose on Telegram, and they automated the cipher.
Cool.
So you can plug in numbers, and it'll plug out your statements.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. That was awesome.
Well, yeah, I'll do that.
So much. I feel great.
Awesome, man. It's good to see you again. And I'll message you this week, and we'll get a little bit more on the other stuff. But see you next week.
Yeah, and the invite's still here. If you feel like you want to get on a plane, we're not too far away.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah. Well, we are in the process of moving our gym and closing that down, and then moving our entire house. So probably won't, unfortunately, be able to make it. I wish we could. It'd be such an awesome experience, but.
Okay, bud. Take care.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Okay, that's awesome. So Lisa, did it still say?
It still says peace. I don't know. There's something weird going on with that.
Something weird going on with that. That's why.
It's because it's showing all of yesterday's events that are happening right now. But all those events yesterday are happening.
Can anyone get on the Telegram group? Yeah, well, you have to be in the 40 Days of Truth and Purpose. And if you're in the 40, how would they get on the Telegram group if they're?
I can put it in the link tree.
Okay, yeah, we'll put it on the link tree. 40 days, but you have to. It won't make sense to you unless you are in the app, because every day they read you out the day. They tell you about the day, and then you get to relate how you relate to it in that day. Day 3 of urine therapy. There's next 40 Days of Truth and Purpose next year, but you can start right now and you can go through it. It's really content's always there. It doesn't go away.
There's also a love one for Leo season.
Yeah,
you can do too.
40 Days of love. Yeah,
self-love.
But 40 Days of Truth and Purpose turns you into a astrologer. Dabrowski, trying to go live with you. It's not working. It's funny that someone asked about what I had in my mouth today. Hello.
Hello. How are you? I did come up with that, and I was like, does he want to talk to me?
Well, you asked.
I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, maybe I did. Okay. Maybe it's meant to be.
It must be meant to be, because it definitely was on the request list.
Oh, was it? Okay. Cool.
So tell everybody your name and your birthday, so that
I'm Karen Dabrowski, and my birthday is June 13th, 1960.
Another Gemini. I forgot you were a Gemini. You because we just left a Gemini, 13 year 21 degree, right?
I know. I always love the breathing with Ryan because everybody gets on that's a Gemini. Because we need a lot of air. I think we just love air.
So tell us, you're on day 3 of urine therapy.
Yeah. And I absolutely love it.
So what do you notice different? First of all, what do you notice different?
I notice that I feel more energy. I think I'm putting more of.
I just realized something. Hold on a second. Happy Camper.
Yeah, she's on.
So she's a Gemini.
Yeah, she has the
But
exact same birthday as me.
yeah, she's 22 degree though. But you guys actually look alike.
We do.
Same shape of face, same color of hair, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys look alike. You guys can pass off as sisters.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know, are you a 21 or 22 degree?
I should know that, and I'm just so bad. I'm not good at, but it's in my paperwork. Hold on a second. I'm rearranging some things in the
I'm
house.
curious, but you guys should, well, especially if you're the same degree, you guys should reach out and.
We do. I have talked to her over the phone.
Oh, you have?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it says, which I'm not positive, it's 5/14/23/29. I'm really bad at this.
The very first, it'll say sun sign, a
My
number.
sign is Gemini. My rising is Taurus.
No, but the number between sun sign and Gemini would be like 21 or 22.
Okay, mine says, I think it's 23 or 20, but I don't know.
Oh, it could be. If it's 23, that makes you the 23 could be 23 too. That makes you a Grandmaster Gemini. Just same as Ryan. Ryan is a 5 degree Gemini, but 23 is a Grandmaster as well. So it's.
Yeah, I love to watch Ryan. I feel like he's part of me. I don't know why.
Well, you're both. If you're 23 degree, you're Grandmaster Gemini, and then you have Michelle Camper, who's a Wizard Gemini, right behind you.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, it's just. I actually growing up, I had a lot of friends that were Geminis.
Wow.
Maybe,
So you're like a Gemini magnet. It's like I'm a Grandmaster Sag, and I'm pulling all these Sages in.
Yeah.
We came here
Great.
last night. We had dinner, and the girl who's serving us, they're announcing it, and I said, "Yeah, you're a Sagittarius, right?" And I said, "What, 14?" She goes, "No, that's my boyfriend, but I'm." But her boyfriend was, I could feel it. And then the girl who owns the place, I said, "Oh yeah, you're a Taurus," and I got her date right.
That's funny. That is funny.
Okay, so back to the
urine. Nobody knows I'm doing it. Except for
Michelle Camper did it last week, first time.
I'm like hiding it, so like my husband doesn't see what I'm doing. I don't know why, but I just.
Hold on, is that your husband on the comments, sir? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't think so. He's at the gym, and but yeah. So I decided to just do it. I don't really want other people to know right now. I don't know why, but you guys all.
Yeah, you don't want anybody to know except for the next 35,000, 40,000 people are going to watch this.
Well, anyway, I find it the first day I did it, I like felt flushing in my face. Like I felt like
your skin looks very shiny. Well, in a good way.
I actually put some castor oil on it, so that probably.
Okay. So flushing.
But yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is. I just love it. I love it.
So tell me some of your experiences. Go through how you think about things. What's your mind like right now? Is it clear?
Yes, very clear.
Less racing thoughts. Less like, let's go over here and do that.
For a Gemini. And actually, I usually take everything very personally and care about everything. And I don't want to sound like callous or something, but I'm
it's
like
not callous. It's you don't get involved in everybody's story. Taking it personally means caring. We think caring is we define caring as getting right in the mud with them. But we can't help somebody when I'm in the mud. I can stand above and empathize with them. Hey, you're in the mud. You're in quicksand.
Yeah.
If I get in there with them, I'm caring? No, heck no. I if I'm out here, I can lift them up.
Yeah.
But So we
Yeah.
have a very distorted sense of what caring means.
Right.
So yeah, you become detached from the generalized drama stories of life.
And everybody says I'm an empath. And since I started Human Garage, I feel like if you need help, okay, but I'm not going to like you said, get in the mud with everybody with the drama and stuff. I'm just doing I'm doing me. I'm doing me.
Sorry, I paused for a second there.
Yeah, yeah. So I said I'm doing me.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah, and and that's what it, at the end of it, that's what it is. We came here to do us. But we
right.
got tricked into thinking that we're supposed to be involved in everybody else's story. I observe other people's story, I give them input when they ask. But
Right.
when I take over and do something for somebody else when they don't ask, I'm taking away the responsibility that they want. That means that story has to come back again. And each time I do that, it gets bigger and bigger. I realized that as a clinician, as a practitioner,
Right.
I was taking away people's pain. And when I took away the pain, like they would go and get help everywhere, but they weren't asking the question, why does this pain keep coming?
Yeah.
And then they come to Human Garage at the clinic, I take away their pain, and they're like, oh, it's the best thing ever. 2 years later, they'd have another pain. I knew it was related. They didn't.
Mm.
And that pain would be 2 times or 5 times bigger.
Yeah.
So I'd take it away again. And then boom, it happened again. And it happens once or twice or 100 times or 200 times. You go, whoa, that's unlucky. When it happens thousands of times and you can track it,
Yeah.
you're like, I had to sit there with a hard, cold reality. What's common between all of these people? The only thing that was common was me.
Mm. Yeah. But anyway, so the first morning I got up, I was so excited. I was like, okay, let me measure it. So I have these little cups in the bathroom, and now I know exactly how much I need, and I put it in there, and then I went and came out here, and without anybody knowing, and I put in the lime. I love the lime. The
Yeah.
lime is cool because I'm a big citrus person. I love that. And then I put in diatomaceous and a little borax.
Yeah.
And so then, and I just mixed it up, and some water. I put some water in.
That's my
And
favorite way to do it. This morning I had to go old school and in the shower, just drink it, take a cup in the shower. And
yeah.
because I didn't have all my stuff here, we just got here.
Oh,
So all my stuff is coming in today.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
what else have you noticed? Has your energy changed?
Yeah, my energy just seems really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Because I'm one of those autoimmune people. I don't want to say that because I don't really like saying that anymore.
That'll go away with urine therapy right away. Like within a couple
Oh
of weeks.
gosh, that would be amazing because
It will. That's for everybody. It's
really.
like if you go to India to the Ayurvedic experts, like the old guru doctors, they're just like, oh, just take your urine, and it's like it's gone in in days or weeks.
Really?
Yeah,
That would,
yeah. I mean, listen, what is an autoimmune disease? I mean, we gave it a name to make it important, but what is an autoimmune disease? It's basically I'm blocked, and because I'm blocked, I can't digest, process properly, which means I don't eliminate properly, which means I don't get proper signaling to my brain, so I eat the wrong things. I don't have the right cravings anymore. And then all of a sudden it's just one thing builds on another. I don't get the right signaling. I can't produce the right bacteria. I can't produce the right bacteria. Then I have the wrong reaction to food.
yeah. Well, and I feel level. As a Gemini, I think I go up and down and all the way around. I'm always in my head, and I'm trying to be in my heart more.
Yeah, it
And
brought you in your heart, didn't it?
yeah, and so I'm really working hard at that. And so,
See, Gemini's strength is to think, but not be in the head. If I'm thinking and I'm in my head, I'm not in my strength. But if I'm in my heart and still thinking, now my heart and my head are working together. And so this is why Geminis get a bad rap. Geminis get a bad rap in today's society because we're because of all the stressors, we are in our heads.
mm, Yeah. And and it's kind of funny because, I got this thing with the eye thing, and I feel like it's like real, like breathing with Ryan and you. I felt like it was like going right to my eye. And when I do this therapy, I feel like it's going right to my eye. So I'm like, it's got to be healing.
Yeah. Yeah. That it is healing. Yeah. So that's why. Yeah. And you can see a difference. You can actually see a difference in your face from the last time I seen it.
Yeah. Well, I keep doing those fascia release. Yeah, I'm doing everything.
Hey,
I'm trying.
hey, and have people started saying anything yet though in the outside world? Like, what are you doing? Something's changed.
No.
They're still sleeping, but when they wake up, it's like when you gain weight or lose weight.
Yeah.
No one notices, and one day they go, "Holy crap! Look how much weight you gained!" And like, no, that was like over the last 2 months, right? But when they notice, it'll all happen at once.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I told my granddaughter yesterday, I was showing her some of the maneuvers and stuff. And I said, Mimi is going to get younger. And she goes, what? You'll be a kid then. I go, of course, that would be awesome. She's super smart. And I was like, I just had a great time with her and we played and played. I just want to play. I want to play. I just want to play.
And that's what Geminis are supposed to do.
Yes. And, I just like to have fun. I've been actually dancing every single day while doing the maneuvers. And I listened to that Saint Finnegan. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love him. So I just do my stuff and no news. I watch nothing. I'm painting and doing maneuvers. And I went over to my mother last night and gave her a couple of the Power Kirk. And I said, okay, she was having a problem with her air. So we just went over for a little while. So I'm going to go back over and help her with this whole class of people.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and we had a guy here yesterday. I don't know if it's up on the story. Today, actually, he got an neck fusion, couldn't move, all that. We just did a fashion maneuver. We did a couple extra things, but he got up, moved, breathed right away. And the older somebody is, the more drastic the change.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I did it a little bit, but she wasn't really quite, in the mood for it last night. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'm going to come back in the next day or so and stuff. And we're going to work on a couple of things and we'll do it together. And
Look at Michelle Camper's day 3 of the fast. You guys are on the same wavelength.
I know. I keep trying. I do the fast from at night until lunchtime, but I haven't done the whole day. But that's
if you guys want to do that, the one thing you can do is it helps you get through that is the fascial fuel.
oh,
Fascial
okay. Yeah, I haven't
fuel
tried that.
it converts your body into ketogenesis. It takes about between 30 and 45 minutes.
Right.
And ketogenesis, your body starts burning fat. And it does that, and then your body's in ketones, so it clears up your brain, and it's a natural appetite suppressant. So if you were to take one of those in the morning, let's say around 10 or 11 o'clock, you probably go all the way to dinner without even with
Really?
tons of energy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sorry, not one of them. Usually it's about 3 for females and 4 for males.
Oh,
It's really body weight dependent, but
okay.
generally it's three for women and 4 for men generally.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll try that the next time because I just ordered and I'm giving my mom some of the Power Kirk, the fascia fuel, not the fascia fuel, the flow and the foundation. And I'm just going to let her try it because she just has really major stomach issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's, she's open to try things. I mean, she's the one that always told me, let's do this and not do that.
When's your mom's birthday?
We talked on Saturday, October 8th.
So 8. Oh, so she's probably a 16 degree Libra.
Yeah.
So that may make her a spiritual Libra, Pisces Libra. So yeah. So always bringing balance back to what's right.
Yeah. I mean, and she's 89 years old and she keeps looking at me like, I don't know what I'm still doing here. I'm like, obviously you have a purpose. She's just so funny. She's just a character. And, but yeah, so I just feel different with the urine therapy. I can't I haven't figured, I should be, I actually journaling it a little bit in lifestyle too. I'll put down like how I'm doing day 3 and what's happening. But I do feel calmer. I have more energy. I'm sleeping way better, way better. Um, and I think just my whole
Yeah,
being.
you watch. Make sure you take lots of pictures because face will change, body will change, energy will change because you're sleeping better. You get more REM sleep.
Yeah.
You use less energy throughout the day, so your body
Sorry,
digests
my dogs.
digest absorbs and processes easier. Your thoughts are clearer. Your pH is more balanced. One of the things that happens when you do urine therapy at night, your body is healing itself. So it's developing all these hormones, right, which come out in your urine.
Right.
And in the morning time, your body has to rebuild all those hormones. But if you
Yes,
take
and
you
that's
actually
key.
come right up to those hormones right away.
Right. Yeah. And so the other day I got up at 4:30 in the morning. And so I used that one because I'm not sure which one to use yet and stuff. But if I get up at between 4 and 6, that's the one I'll use. Is that the way I should do it?
Yeah, that's the one I used to. Yeah,
Okay, good,
yeah.
good. Yeah. So,
It's
and
you know what I've tried. I don't believe anything I read. I don't care how old or how scientific the practice is. I know I can test my body. I know what's best. So
mhm,
what I do is I do mine. I tell other people try this, and then our whole thing is to show you how to feel your own body.
right.
And because at the end of it, if it works for me, it doesn't mean it's going to work exactly the same way for you. And it's giving people the ability to research again, the permission to try things out. Because what happens today is we don't we're scared. Like I have people
Yeah.
like doing a maneuver. Is that safe to move my body that way? And I mean, if you're asking if it's safe to move your body, there's a problem in time and space, right? And that's where people are at these days.
Well, and I think it's also being so afraid. I had so many surgeries and really have been really struggling with this, whatever it is. And I hate to keep putting a label on it, but I'll tell you, I was like, every time I felt a pain, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick again and I'm having a problem and stuff. Now I'm like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to be fine.
Yes.
And that's the difference. As
Yes.
soon as I saw you guys, I remember I hit my head a couple of times last year, had concussion.
That's just to wake you up.
Yes, it was. And I tell people that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
You're a Gemini. You weren't living in your power. So it's like bang bang.
yeah. Yeah. Twice. I did it twice. And, but sometimes I'll say I was abducted because I have such a wild, weird, imagination. They
By
kind of want,
aliens, we are aliens. Only 10% of our cells are human cells. We're basically a government over top of all this bacteria, viruses, and parasites. We're
yes.
like the government.
So true. So true. But no, I tell you, I started watching you guys back in, because it was May. And as soon as I did it, I said, I am getting off that anti-anxiety pill. I'm on no pills. And I don't plan on it. I don't plan on it. I'm doing the best I can. And I just love life. I love life.
Yeah, that's the biggest change for me. I was saying this earlier is that even as I was going through my own detox in 2020, 2021, even 2022, 2022 was still a little bit rough where I loved it, I didn't. I loved it, I didn't. But by 2023, I had gotten to a point where all of a sudden it was like everything was supporting me.
Yeah.
And I know that I was drawing all that crap in my life to get all the crap out of me.
Yeah.
And as a master level Gemini, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I do feel so different starting it I think I started on Sunday and I just feel different. And so I have to figure out what I feel different. Like my body is not aching. I mean, it wasn't really aching too much, but I was having a problem with my knee. My knee is feeling better.
Yeah, it'll take away arthritis pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh my gosh, everybody should do this. It's kind of funny, you know. I say that to everybody I meet. I'm like, "Are you doing fascia maneuvers?" Remember, I
Yeah.
was telling you about those fascia
You
maneuvers.
have to slowly walk them in. It's like, do these fascia maneuvers. What? That's weird. Oh, by the way, drink your urine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell anybody that, even though I'm on this live.
You
But
know,
I'll tell you.
we have this outside presence, which you're engaging us with us on a outside inside presence. But once you get through our doors, you know, like to the outside world, we're still known as somebody who helps you with your body.
Yeah.
You know, physical movements. You know, like body pain, muscle pain, and you can see that in the comments. How do I fix this? How do I fix that? And I'm like, the only reason you're asking that is because you haven't done this regularly for 3 months. If you do it regularly for 3 months, no one ever asks that again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just I do it every day, and you know what's great is like I watched Denise today because I not that I because I came from South Carolina to here, so I haven't really taught any classes and stuff. But I love watching everybody. Kettle Buddha, Lewis. I love watching him. I love watching Faith. Is that her
Yeah,
name?
Denise.
Denise.
Yeah.
Denise. So I like watching everybody, but you have to see me. I'm like taking notes on the side. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this with the older people. So I'm really excited about helping the people in the assisted living. I think it's going to be great.
Well, I'm super excited to see how this goes. You know, in a week, 7 days, things will really change. By 2 weeks, it'll be like you're on a new planet.
Really?
That's just really what I experienced, you know, myself. What it was is about 3 weeks in, and then it took me a while to even realize because I wasn't looking. I didn't know what to look for. All of a sudden, I have this stable energy, and I don't have any
Yeah.
racing thoughts.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't have to talk myself off of a cliff emotionally at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, what changed? Well, that's the only thing in my life that changed. Everything else
Yeah.
is very,
It's
very.
it's cool. Somebody said something about, well, you're not going to like what I'm eating and stuff. I'm like, I don't care what you eat anymore. I don't care. You do whatever you want. I'm doing this. This is me. I'm me. I'm excited.
Well, okay, let's talk again in like a couple of weeks or a
Oh,
month and see how it goes.
all right, that'd be great. But thank you guys. I appreciate everything you're doing, and just love you guys.
Thanks again.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Can people with diabetes and other health problems taking medication do urine therapy? Yes. What it comes out in urine is stem cells. Also, what comes out is the hormonal balance. It's not your. If you really look into it, it's the detoxification process of the body. First of all, you got to go past the first 5 to 10 Google searches because those are just like asking if masks work. You're going to get a lot of crap. But if you look at the, if you DM us on Instagram, we'll send you back a couple of articles, including peer-reviewed ones. One from the American Association of Urologists. Now, they actually talk about it quite favorably, but not the mainstream science. The urologists who actually have to deliver the science to people. So yes, if you're taking medication, stuff like that, absolutely. It's a feedback loop. I mean, it's helping you rebalance your hormones, which when I say pH, people go, well, how if you put lime in it, that's affecting the pH? And I'm like, that's kindergarten pH. Kindergarten pH is if I'm acidic, I take apple cider vinegar or I take lemon and I change my acid balance. But that's kind of like using a shotgun to hit a hole this big, right? It just doesn't make sense. It's all over the place for nothing. So how it regulates your pH is I have a pH on my skin. I have one in my mouth. I have one in my stomach. I have one in my small intestine and large intestine, all the way through my body. And all of those pHs, my blood is rebalancing. So my blood is used to rebalance stuff. And if my blood pH changes too much, I'm either sick or dead right away. So, so what happens is, your body is using a lot of energy. So what affects your pH more than anything else? Energy usage. Because how does your body fire energy? One of the ways is adrenaline, norepinephrine, or cortisol, firing the hormones. Those hormones dysregulate your system right away. So when you bring the hormones back into balance, which the hormones and the stem cells are in your urine, you bring the hormones back into balance, all of a sudden then your body doesn't have to fight as much to keep a balance. That means that instantaneously, all the energy goes back into healing. This is why people feel better right away. This is why the body can then deal with its malfunctions or dysfunctions right away. Your birthday today. Today is a 22 degrees Scorpio. 22 degrees Scorpio. It's going to be 23 later on, but it's 22 right now. No, it's going to be 23 tomorrow, actually. It changed to 22 today. So, Karine Conzet, see, I try to bring you up, see what happens. Yeah, so today, 22 degrees Scorpio. I would really recommend you go to our products, partners, and Serious Joy and sign up for the Serious Joy app. Try it out for $3.99 for the first month. If you don't like it, change it. There's cancel, there's no penalty. But what'll happen is you'll get a very good reading of what your body is and what your astrology is and how you think about things. It's accurate. It's scary accurate. It sends you 7 messages a day that are specifically for you. And it gives you a general forecast. And then you can do things like the 40 days of truth and purpose. It's part of the program. You don't have to pay any extra. And it says at 22 degrees Scorpio, you're basically a wizard of feeling the other side, of bringing it into this world, of knowing what's going to happen. So you're like a soothsayer. If your birthday's today, you're like that person who has an intuition about what's going on about things. And as you learn to trust your intuition, then everything else starts to work for you. But you feel everything. Okay. What the astrology program called? It's a Serious Joy. Go to our website, go to products and then partners and find Serious Joy. Okay, I'm trying to bring somebody up here. Okay, that's not working. How did I find out about astrology? Well, my cool friend, could this include sinus issues? Yes, Stephanie Neuros. Yes, it can include sinus issues, but go do the upper reset. And you've been on here this whole time, go drink your urine. And you find that bounces off your detox really fast. If you're detoxing hard, like Keith in our Lions Base Center, he was like detoxing hard, like down, out, boom. I'm like, dude, go take your urine. He took his urine. Within 3 hours, he's up and moving around. Yeah, you got nothing to lose, Stephanie. At detox, you can detox, and when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, you'll try your urine. I tried bringing you up earlier. Yeah, let's try it again. I know a Neros, huh? It looks like you declined. Yeah, if you have an STD, it'll actually help you clear your STD, depending on your STD for sure. But guys, STDs are super easy to resolve and without medication. It's when you bring your body back into balance, it will resolve itself. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. I just found a new feature on the phone. Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you around a little bit. Here, tell you what, I'll walk you through the property because I'm going to go down. Everybody's eating. I do this when everybody eats because they eat 11, and we decided not to change the time when the time changed. And even we're on Eastern time zone now, and in Cancun, and I decided not to change, even though. So this is the Pacific Ocean out here. There you go, Pacific Ocean. So I'll walk you around the property. So this is Av's Resort. It's in Montezuma, and here's the room. Yeah, we've helped them go all organic, and and organic in their cleaning products, organic in all their shower products, organic in all their food. And so the resort now is almost 100% organic. We're working on a few extra things. It's family owned. It's a father-daughter team. And can you imagine they laid this brick? There was only one house. But you imagine that they laid this brick down here. Super good. I mean, I want to do this in Lions Bay, but I mean, who do you get to do that up in Canada? Here it must be still expensive, but up in Canada, man, that would be a fortune. So back up this way, looking for me. So I'll meet her. And we've got monkeys in the trees. So if I see any monkeys, I'll show you. We got monarch butterflies. We got black hummingbirds, not the ones we have in Canada or the ones we even have in Mexico. It's a different type of hummingbird. There's one of the suites up there. So we have all these suites. We have a villa that we're staying in, which is up the way. And you can see in there. That's one of the suites in there. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.